Hey guys, it's Cris from Lost Audio, and today I'm in a bad mood. I really messed up, and but no guys, I messed up. I recorded a tutorial and I didn't realize that there was a bunch of feedback from my headphones. So instead of making the song from scratch, I'm just gonna show a breakdown. Let's get right into it. So basically, I'm gonna show you how to make an electro house track like Disco Bloodbath by Space Laces. And hopefully it can give you some tips on how to get the sound if this is the sound you're going for. The first thing I did is I found a sample. This is the sample that I got. I'm just gonna play some little snippets of it. So what I did is I threw it in a sampler. I put it on slice and I put it on manual mode. So when you put it on manual mode, you can double click to edit transient. And I did this for a bunch of sounds I wanted. So it ended up stuff like this. I made this loop for the intro, and then this one for the drop. The next thing I did was made drums with our new pack from Cure 97 on our little imprint like sub label thing called Cured Sounds. There's gonna be a bunch of like cool people on that little label thing, so watch out for that. But I went into the pack and I found some drums, and then for the drop it sounds like this. I arranged that, I put that there, I put a sub. This is just a default sub preset from Ableton, basic sub sign, really dope. I arranged that in the intro and the drop, and then for the little breakdown, made this little preset. This is a saw, the little filter, a formant filter, and I put some OTT, saturation, got rid of the lows, I added some reverb, more OTT, and a glue compressor to make it a little louder. I made these chords. And I put the sub, I rearranged it and I split it up. So it just gives you better control. I'm making like builds and breakdowns and stuff like that. And then I added some little effects in the background, and I added a little 606 snare that sounds like this. It builds up and then it goes into like triplets. I added these effects from the Cure pack. And then for the pre-drop, I added this little spin back that's also in the Cure pack. And then right before the drop, there's this little vocal that's also from the Cure 97 pack. And then it goes into the drop. And then in the drop, hold on, let me play the drop for you. What I basically ended up doing was getting the sub, which I showed you is just a little default preset. I made a weird saw-y bass thing, put a formant filter on it. Then I automated it with a LFO, put distortion on it. I put a little bandpass filter to give it a little bit more movement. OTT and disperser. Little disperser right here to make it more bubbly. Some overdrive to give it more high-end harmonic. Another auto filter to make it move. Alright, let me show you this. These notes right here. Then I boosted the like mid-range a little bit because it was kind of like buried in the mix a little bit. And then I put an OTT. And it sounds like this with the sub. Then it sounds like this with the sample. Yeah, and let me go through the this processing. Basically, I just got rid of some high-end for the little like disco sample thing. I got rid of the lows because it was clashing with the sub, and then I added disperser to make it a little bit more bubbly in the mids. Without it, it sounds like this. It just adds more dynamics, basically, like to the sound, not to the actual mix, but. And then I use MoTT because it has like this little tone knob here, and I really love that because in The default one for Ableton, like you have to mess with the fucking bands and stuff, but this one you just like, you can just turn it down, or if you want like more lines, you know. So yeah, basically I did that. I don't really mess with that much. Then I raised the volume with a glue compressor. I added a little endless smile for the transitions in the intro, and then a filter for the transitions in the intro and stuff. So that's basically how I affected that. And also I pitched the sample up like 6. So it doesn't sound like the original. I just grabbed the little chops. But after that, I got some saws. These are like pretty default, but I put a little filter on it and then put the unison up and the detuning down a little bit. And I distorted it a little bit. OTT, you know, EQ'd out the lows because it has a lot of lows. Then I added this little cutoff macro to like automate. And then I added little fills because I wanted it to be more like space lacy. And luckily in the Cure 97 pack, there's a bunch of bass sounds and they're really dope. So what I ended up doing was grabbing this Reese 2, I think. Let me see. It was Reese 6. And I put it in the little like fill areas that I wanted them to be. I put them in the little fill areas, made like little fills with them. So it sounds like this with the main bass. And then another fill. This is also another Reese bass from the Cure pack. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the drop. And I just added like background stuff that's in the Cure pack. Can you guys understand what I'm getting at? Buy the fucking pack, please. But seriously, this pack is really good. There's some really good stuff in here. There's so many effects, and we split it up into 3 bundles. So if you want the glitches, there's a bunch of glitches. You know, you get these glitches by themselves. That's what you're looking for. You know, or you can get the Serum presets. There's a bunch of Serum presets. There's some FL Studio Patcher presets for if you buy like the whole bundle. And yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a bunch of stuff. There's vocals. But yeah, I ended up getting the background stuff from the background loops folder, like noise and alarms and stuff, and throwing it on this, lowering it down a little bit. Then I threw Ducker, which is what I'm using to sidechain the whole track. It's really good. This is the best sidechain I've ever heard come from any like sidechaining plugin. It's super cheap. It's by GM Audio. It's really dope. Check it out. I love it so much. That's pretty much like the whole arrangement for the drop. I also did this thing where I duplicated the sampler for the sample, and I picked different chops in the sampler that are different from this one. I just changed it up in like the little second half of the drop. And then I pitched around because some of the notes were like wonky. And also, this is the last thing I added in the drop, this little laser, like felling it. I don't know, just giving it more like dynamics. You know, like you want it to be not just stagnant, you know, with all the bass loops playing. You want it to have some movement. But yeah, I added that. And basically this is what it ended up sounding like. And that's pretty much the whole thing. And then I just copied this little phrase from the first drop to make like a break, and just copied the drums over. I have like a little break section, and that's pretty much it. And now I'll play the whole track for you guys. We just put out this pack literally like 3 days ago, and there's already been a bunch of support, but I hope you guys really like this video. You know, stay tuned, subscribe. Check out all our other packs. We're gonna be putting out the Nature preset pack soon, which is gonna be really dope. We're really busy working on it. We've been working on it for a while. There's gonna be like, I can't really tell you how many presets there's gonna be. There's gonna be a couple, maybe 100. But yeah, there's also a coupon code in the description. It's gonna be for 20% off on the Cured pack. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna play the whole song now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
I made up my mind. I would never simp for anyone again. Oh yeah? Who's that over there? That's an exception.